Rock and Horror PopCast show, and I am so happy to introduce Jahmilla Jackson, who is, according to the screen, not Daryl. She played Daryl Philbin's sister on 2 episodes of The Office. Wanted to tell you, cool guy Paul and Jackie both say hello and send their best wishes.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait to see them in April.
Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about. But first, I want to talk about you, number one, because I've learned over the years as an actor, being in both ensemble and being a lead part, that you know what? The ensemble is what brings, I think, everything together. You could be a lead all day. You know what?
Yeah,
That just means you either make
exactly.
more money or you got more songs to sing or you might have a few more lines. But when you can be on screen, whether it's for 10 seconds or it's for 5 minutes, and you can make the impact on people that you made. And I will say, I think you were just as surprised at DunderCon because I saw the joy on your posts and on your face and everything else between the fans and the fact that you got a Funko Pop, which I still can't get a
Yeah.
hold of, which is really annoying me. Um, but you made that type of impact on so many Office fans out there, and it's absolutely amazing. And I just want to take a second to ask you, how did you end up on The Office? And what does The Office mean to you, and what has it meant to you now that you see this, groundswell of everything coming up?
First, it just because I was tall. Actually, I had a coworker when I worked for LA County Probation told me to submit to Central Casting. So I went there, and every time I would call, it was nothing that was for me. It was for petite females, and so I know where I am in life. I know my size. I know I know all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were the ones who reached out to me. It was JJ. I don't know if he's still there or not, but he called me and asked, do you want to audition for this? And he was telling me, he's like, we only do background. This is a principal role, so and me, I was just happy to work. That's all I want to do. That's it. So I was like, hell yeah. And I worked so much that I didn't even know, I had never even seen the show. So I
Right.
went and watched the first season so I could have names and faces so I know and everything.
Sure.
But it was because I was tall. But I did put a lot of work in before I even applied to Central Casting. Um, Central Casting, I think, was just the next stepping stone from some background work, not background, but work I had done,
Sure.
getting headshots, going to acting school, classes, all of that stuff. And what it means to me, oh my, I was very, I don't know if I can curse, but I'm gonna curse like a motherfucker. But
That's
I
good.
was
Go ahead.
shocked like a motherfucker to see the impact that Daryl's sister had made. In my mind, I was just on 2 episodes. I mean, I, but to have people come up to me and just start speaking and tell me, "Oh, you were one of my favorite characters," and that made me feel amazing because I I didn't even know all of this was happening.
Yeah.
I really truly didn't. And it really warmed my heart. It made my heart smile. It made me feel so good. And it made me feel like I'm probably going to drop some tears because I really hate how the world tries to divide us all by our races. And it made me feel so amazing to see so many different backgrounds out there. Like, that's what really hit me hard is it didn't matter whether you were black, white, Mexican, uh, um, anything Asian, everything that's out there.
Yeah.
Somebody can relate to something dealing with the office, and they did that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people related to me, and I still speak to not speak, but we still message on Instagram or text message. Some people have my phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just feel like everybody on Earth, not just office fans, but everybody, we're all here trying to survive. We're
Yep.
all here dealing with the social media, everything that's going on in the world, and to just have that weekend of peace and everyone enjoying everybody's
Yep.
company, people making lasting friendships,
Yep.
and it's all because of this show bringing these people together.
Absolutely. And this goes out to anybody from the office that is going to be watching this, and I know a lot of people will be, because I've been in contact with a lot of people. But this is what you guys mean to everybody, and it doesn't matter whether you're an Angela Kinsey or a Jenna Fisher or a John Krasinski or a Mila Jackson. It doesn't matter. We are all part of this weird, strange, wonderful Dunder Mifflin family. Yeah,
Yes.
things can get cringy sometimes, and that's one thing I wanted to ask you about because there's a lot of episodes there that kind of make you go, ooh, they kind of make you take a step back and take a look. And, the something like where someone says, well, why would you think it was Daryl? Why would you think it was Daryl? And then Dwight's like, sort of like, he like looks and are you serious? I'm an East Coast boy. That would probably get someone laid out. And the question often comes up, could we make All in the Family again today? Could we make The Office again today? Could we even make something like Friends again today? And I go back and I look at sitcoms and I'm like, man, central cast for a sitcom, these people are really bad people. they're just really mean. But they all have their good sides, and I think one of the reasons that we go on and appreciate this stuff as much as we do is because we can find ourselves, good and bad, the dirty and the clean, in every single thing and every single
Yes.
character that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
As a person of color, does any of that affect you at all? I mean, does it bother you at all that the whole Daryl sisters thing and the go eat dog food by Toby and all of that stuff?
It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me because as I've watched acting and grown, I just realized when you go out for something, you're filling a piece of a puzzle for someone else's vision.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't fit that vision, it's okay if you don't get that acting gig, if you don't get that audition. It's
Mm-hmm.
okay because that's not what they were looking for. And I had to learn that as I grew up because I took a lot of stuff personal when I was younger, and now I'm all, well, that's probably not even what that person is thinking or even meaning. So I don't get offended by anything or anyone. It's just too much going on in the world to worry about someone else's opinion or someone else telling or saying something, because if someone really wants to know what's going on, then they're gonna come and talk to the main person and get the information. But I love every moment that I dealt with dealing with the office, being confused. I've grew up being always being confused for a guy. I've been tall my entire life. In elementary school, I was taller than some of my teachers, so it doesn't bother me because as as the office grew with that episode, and I started walking around the world, not the world, but going from coast to coast and being recognized, I also had to step back and say, maybe they're not thinking you're a guy. Maybe they're saying, damn, is that the woman that played Daryl's sister? I had to think as a fan,
Mm-hmm.
a stranger, because me personally, when I was growing up, if you was looking at me wrong, what the fuck you looking at? Like,
Yep.
but it's more of, damn, she's so tall. So I had to think of those things and kind of just come off more easy, so people aren't not offended, aren't intimidated. Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big person, I know that. But I'm like a big old teddy bear until you cross me.
That's it. That's it. I one of our closest friends, and Gina is not interviewing with me today. She's my girlfriend, my life partner, my left hand, my right hand, my scheduler. If I didn't have her, I swear to God, I would probably like, I don't know, I would probably run off a cliff because I wasn't paying attention. Um,
Oh wow. Oh yeah, she is much
but
needed.
but in our circles, we have a friend, Ian. His heart is the biggest heart in the world. We call him the Velvet Teddy Bear, and we
Oh.
just adore him. And he's very fond of tacos. He makes no bones about that.
Oh,
He's
I love tacos.
love me some tacos. That's right. And none of this Taco Bell bullshit. Like,
No, 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 no. I'm talking like the street man. There's just one spot. Oh, okay, let's continue.
yep. And we call him the Velvet Teddy Bear. And in doing shows with him and working with him in theater, that's where I do a lot of my work.
Okay.
He has the voice of an angel, but he gets kind of like shoehorned into, well, you can be this or you can be this, and not necessarily like he's not going on Broadway and playing Jean Valjean. And
Mm-hmm.
what was amazing is there's a new show that just came out on Broadway that he is perfect for. And I told him, I said, man, you need to go audition for that. First of all, you look just like the guy that originated the part 6 months
Hell
ago,
yeah.
and just do it. And I'm telling you, I put it out into the universe, and I believe in that. I
Yes,
think that
yes,
that's how
hell
things
yeah.
go. When I started talking to you guys, at DunderCon and then after DunderCon and all this other stuff, it was sort of like an epiphany. Like I said to you before, your type of person in a show. In other words, the character, the small part. I was here for blah blah blah. Cool Guy Paul said the same thing. 60 seconds on the screen, and people know who he is. People
Yep.
know who Jahmilla Jackson is. People know that, and it's an amazing, amazing thing. You have your Funko, right? I mean, you got one for
I
yourself.
I haven't ordered one yet. I
What?
have other financial responsibilities to take care of first.
Arnold,
I'm trying to be an adult.
Arnold, you need to make sure that she gets one. Come on now. We'll have to make sure that it happens somehow. I don't care how.
I do plan on ordering a few of them for my mom and my auntie, because my auntie, she has my very first headshot from 1994.
Wow. Wow.
I don't even
You're gonna have to throw that up on your Instagram.
All right, I got you. I will.
Okay.
Most
Okay.
definitely. I sure
And make
will.
sure you tag me. So I see
I
it.
will. Yep, I will.
So you've been in Hollywood. I mean, I'm looking at your IMDb page now. You have 21 acting credits. You have 24 crew credits. So you've like done production assistant and all that stuff.
Yes.
And you were in Straight Outta Compton.
I wasn't in it. I worked on it. I actually worked for a company that was hired by their
Mm-hmm.
production company called Being a Movie. So we all the fans for the concert scenes,
Mm-hmm.
we for that particular production, we brought in 3,000 unpaid background actors
Wow.
for them, and I was one of the leads that was just in charge of making sure everything flowed the way it's supposed to.
And see now there's another but you're a piece of that, and a movie as iconic as that, which we went and saw it in the movie theater. And oh my God, Ice Cube's son, just
Amazing,
stupid good. Oh my God,
right?
like, whew, he blew me away. He's a mirror image too of Pop. He's a mirror
Right?
image.
Right?
Yeah,
In
it's
fact,
crazy.
I got my Friday VHS tape autographed by Ice Cube and F. Gary Gray.
Wow, I love Friday. I love the whole Friday series. Actually, for some reason, I really, really, really like Next Friday. Um, the the second one is just, I don't know.
I love them
there's
all. I could just watch them back and just keep it on going and just keep it on a loop.
and everything is like repeatable lines too. He
Right?
goes, look at these 20s I got. They ain't 20s. They tens, but they all right. Is
When I used to work for Warner Brothers. I have a coworker that can do voices. He does all of the Friday voices amazing. I
Wow.
Yes, it's crazy. I be feeling like I'm in the movie when he be talking. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, yes.
And again, I mean, that's something that The Office, Friends, the big sitcoms of our time,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
that's what they bring. They bring that repeatability.
It also even goes back to Martin, Fresh Prince,
Yeah.
Living Single.
Yep.
I mean, I can even go back to Facts of Life.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Different strokes.
Yes, man,
How the
those was my
world don't
shows.
move. Ooh.
The Jeffersons. I be watching that on Hulu.
Yeah. I was
Uh,
watching That's My Boy, which is a ridiculously stupid Adam Sandler comedy, but most of Adam Sandler's stuff is ridiculously stupid. But who's on there but Vanilla Ice and Todd Bridges? And
shut up!
Todd Bridges is Vanilla Ice's boss, and he's making chicken nuggets. And I'm like, come on now, come on.
You want Mr. Vanilla Ice Cream?
I'm going out for the night, man.
Oh, hell no, man. You know I don't know how to fry no damn chicken nuggets.
It's Todd Bridges. Yeah.
What's this? What you talking about, Willis? You come back and say it to my face, you fake white rapping motherfucker.
God, seriously, though, you look great. How's Mr. Drummond doing?
Mr. Fuck you! Mr. Mr. Drummond, Mr. Can I? What you want?
Roll of chili nuggets?
A what? You like a shit ain't on the menu, man. Shit, it is. Damn.
Absolutely. Just it's stupid humor. You know, you don't really have to think, and I don't mind that. Like when I watch Friday, I don't have to sit there and think about the character development. I just watch it. I love
just
it.
watch it and enjoy it. It's just
But
funny
yeah,
as fuck.
it's you know, all of that stuff, the repeatability. Oh, and I need to tell you. So my daughter, my oldest, she loves you. Her name is Julia. I told her that I was interviewing you. I said, "What do you think as a Jersey girl would happen in real life if what was said to her was said?" Well, she probably would have knocked out Dwight. I don't know though. Toby might be able to take her. And I said, "Wait, what?" She goes, "Toby's psychotic." I said, "You got a point there. You got a point."
No, I could take Toby too.
Oh, there you go. See, Julia, she can take Toby too. That's her quote. That's her quote. Your relationship with Craig Robinson on the show, you got obviously to work with him, you know, pretty closely. Did you stay in contact with him over the years, or, you know, did you kind of just go do your own thing or whatever?
Just went and did our own thing. I also have to remember, you know, my time was short there. People aren't obligated to, you know, bond and form any
Sure.
type of, you know, anything with me past that. And I respect that. You know, I didn't go stalk them on Instagram or any social media. I just went on with the rest of my life. Like
Yeah.
I just went in and just kept working and trying to figure out what I wanted to do because I actually love working behind the scenes a lot.
Yeah, see, I've gotten to the point now where I've always loved creating. I love writing. I've loved directing. I've directed some things. Gina's directed some things. We have our own production company
Nice.
thing
Hell
going
yeah.
on. But yeah, I've realized more and more that I love creating. Like I'm going to love. I get like chills when I get done with this video, and then I sit down and I go into edit and, you know, do all those things and make it look exactly
Nice.
the way that I want. You know, that's
Hell
it's not
yeah.
something as simple as a podcast. You know,
Yeah.
it's that kind of thing. And you know, your credits as production. It seems like production assistant is your big, you know, you're a PA.
Yeah, because as a PA, you take on multiple roles anyway. So,
Unsung
but
heroes.
I I've done crafty. I've done everything except for I want to say uh sound and makeup and hair.
Okay.
So I've been out there with the grips. I just I had never experienced it. So I wanted to see and I wanted to tell myself, okay, what position would you want to be doing that you could say you could see yourself doing for 10, 15 years? It definitely can't be grip because I'm not going to be lifting all of that stuff. I'm too old for all of that. So I honestly, I really just want to do background work. I don't want no lead position. I just really want to do background.
Do you have anything more acting going on?
When I'm gonna get back into it
Mm-hmm.
next year because I wanted to drop some more weight. Before going to what we can say DC, we can't say the other stuff.
I guess not.
Before going to, I'm gonna just say before going to Jersey,
Yeah.
I even dropped some weight. So my highest weight was 325, and now I'm down to 270. So I told myself, thank you, because I told myself, you're not serious about acting unless you do what you said you were going to do. You said you wanted to drop weight before getting back into it. So that's what I've been working on doing, changing my eating habits, eating healthier, just, you know, follow different Instagrams account to learn more about what is really being put into our food. And I just make some changes because it's a lifestyle choice. It's not just a diet. It's not just something you do for one time. No, it's lifetime because I'm closer to 50 than I am 40. Yep. So I want to
48
continue.
and proud.
That's right. I'm gonna be 47 in November.
See, when you drop the Facts of Life reference, you know, I'm just saying, you dropped that reference. You
You
know,
know it's
I mean, these are the
true.
things we watched, you know, when we came
Hell
home from
yeah.
school on reruns or at night when they were actually
Yep.
live on TV.
Right, exactly. I still remember watching In Living Color when it first aired.
Yes, In Living Color was fantastic.
Man,
Fantastic.
such an amazing ensemble.
Yeah, yeah, that whole, and there are a few shows that are like that out there, but I mean the talent. I mean, it was sort of like a Saturday Night Live, but not. But
Right,
the
right.
turn, you know, boom, here comes this one, here comes that one, here comes this
Yes.
one,
And,
and
and I just love how he helped his family members.
hmm
That's the biggest thing for me right there. I love when people I'm always trying to help someone.
yeah,
And I tell people all the time, if you want to know anything about acting, let me know. I'll give you what I this new job I just started, few people already. Oh, for real? Sending them information. It I just I don't want people to go around thinking that they can't do something, especially if someone tell them, "Oh, you can't do that." Oh, I can't. Well, that's makes me want to go try even harder.
yep. You're out there doing it. I'm out there
I'm
trying to do
trying. I'm
well,
trying.
yeah. And you know, like just for again, congratulations on dropping the weight.
Thank you.
You know, that's you want to be here for another, well, maybe not 50
Yeah.
years. Who knows?
Hey, I'm gonna go strong till I can.
There you go.
I just want to. I just feel like because so I okay. This is why August of 2020, I had lost consciousness sitting on a second story balcony and I fell over.
Oh my God.
When I woke up, I'm like, what the fuck? I know I did not just fall. You know, that's the shit that was going through my mind, but I ended up fracturing 3 ribs. One poked a hole in my lung. My bladder, liver, and kidney were damaged a little bit, and I couldn't walk for about 2 or 3 days. But to me, I just felt like, okay, there's something else I'm supposed to be doing because I'm here for I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose and I want to fulfill that to the best of my ability because I've been so close to either a car crash or something to end my life and like those angels just come keep rescuing me and I'm like, dang, I must be here for something. I'm here for something. And that and my brother passing away in 2007 are the two things that are really, I feel like the universe slaps you in the face like, bitch, wake the fuck up, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I put you on this path to do this and this and you not doing. So I just had to start shifting, and now right now I have 3 jobs and I'm very grateful for them. It's 80 hours a week and I just told myself I had enough time resting when I fell and when I was working freelance for about 7 years because I had never did freelance before. So that's when all of the PA work stuff, all of that stuff come on my IMDb. I had never did that before. Come to find out, I don't like freelance because you never know when your check finna come. So
Yep.
we're gonna make sure right now I have 3 different jobs to where at a drop of a hat, if I have to go for an audition, they have no problem letting me off for work. Or if I have to go work on set. So I'm setting myself up to get ready for next year because next year I'm really gonna get on a harder grind. Not necessarily wanting to audition for a whole bunch of shit, but like I said, I just want to do background. I just want to be on set.
Yeah. There were two big things that happened for me this year, and the first was meeting all y'all at DC. Um, that was the first thing, and all of a sudden people were following me and well, not following me, but following the podcast, and I was like, oh my God, you know, why are
Yeah.
people interested in me? I was just talking to people and saying, hey, listen, I'm going to be doing this kind of thing. Do you want to come on and talk or whatever? That happened, and then I went, and I'm a Jersey boy, but I was born in Scranton. I was born in Scranton,
Nice. Hell yeah.
1974. Um,
Hell yeah.
but we moved out here in '79 when I was a kid. But I always went home every summer and every weekend. My dad played in a band up in Lake Wallenpaupack. But anyway, that jumped off tangent. The other thing that happened, and I can say I'm proud of it because I'm a Jersey boy, is that Kevin Smith um, did the third Clerks movie, and we went to the premiere with a live Q&A with him after,
Nice.
and it was like sitting in a film school for an hour and 15,
Hell
hour and
yeah.
20, and I told a young filmmaker that was there that I talked to after the Q&A. I said, you just learned more in an hour and 15 than any film school is going to
Yep.
teach. You can learn technical stuff all day. You learn
Mm-hmm.
camera angles and shots and lighting and all this other stuff. You are not going to learn the heart lessons that he taught you.
Yeah, exactly.
And again, it was I drove down to the quick stop and I recorded my like a testimonial to myself, like a message to myself in the future, and I said, I want you to remember this day, this night, right now, and
Hell
how you
yeah.
feel in that moment. And it's how I felt when I was driving home from DC. I said I was just empowered. I felt this like, oh, this rush of energy.
Yeah.
So we are here in this moment at the Quick Stop Grocery where everything in Clerks, kind of takes place. And I am sending this video to myself, my future self, I guess you can say. The moment, the night, the energy that you felt tonight, Rob, take that moment, capture it, let everything else go away. So hold on to that feeling that you feel right here in front of this quick stop and just make it happen. All right? It's you. That Creed concert at the end, broke me in half. Oh, I was sobbing.
Aw, hell yeah. Hell
But,
yeah.
meeting all you guys and getting, I said, I ran over into Lindsey Broad's line from Andy Buckley's. Gina waited in Andy Buckley's line. I broke off because I just wanted to tell her that I think she got a shit end of the stick and that I love her and I'm on her side and I know Gina was as well. And, the way people treated her, which was scary, really, really scary.
Oh.
Over the years because her character did something, bad on TV. I mean, come on now. That's
Oh
just
my.
insanity.
Oh,
Insanity. I mean, these are
that's
people on TV, you know? I
we're
mean,
playing a part.
right. I mean, ugh. Anyway, but people are cuckoo. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, shows like The Office, shows like Friends, there are comfort food, there are blankets for you to have taken part in that and really affected so many people because they show your picture and boom, they know. They just know. And they love the episode. To me, it can happen to anybody. I talked to Jackie the other night and I was saying to her, the amount of people that she's gotten to come in contact with and work with in scenes, Steve Carell, all the cast of Friends, Jim Belushi, Ted Danson, all of these
Mm-hmm.
people. And I mean, that's like a lottery ticket and a half. And she said, and she goes, and I feel blessed every day. She
Right?
knows that. She appreciates that.
Hell yeah.
And whether you believe in God or some other higher power, there's signs, like you just said before, this stuff happens for reasons and you see the
Yep.
stuff and so many people say, oh, we never saw that coming, or yeah, you did, it was there, somebody was
Yep.
telling
Just
you.
yep.
you know
Yep.
or go do your thing. There was that guardian angel patting you on the, hey you,
Mm-hmm.
hey.
Yep. That is
And
so true.
either you listened or you didn't listen. And I mean that, that does happen. Back to you. And just, I thank you. I thank you on behalf of all the Office fans. I thank you because you're another one. You're so genuine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I I just
Unbelievable.
I
Unbelievable.
just want so I had a very traumatic childhood and I had a lot of anger in my 20s and so as the 30s and the 40s are coming, you just get to a point where you're like, fuck it, I just want to be happy, enjoy life, enjoy my time on this earth because you just don't know when your last time is going to be.
Yep.
And I know how it feels to have my feelings hurt, so I try not to hurt people's feelings. I try not to I forgot the word somebody had said that I was because I every time I would just always have a comment about something. And I mean, it was just facts. It wasn't that I was talking shit, cynical. So I was like, "You're so cynical, Mila."
There
I'm
you
like,
go. Yep.
"Oh, okay. Well, so I'm so focused on just trying to get my financial status in order that anything else around me, I'm not even worried about
Yep.
thinking about it. I do I do 80 hours a week and I'm really just trying to make sure I'm staying healthy because I don't have a day off until Thanksgiving.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I work in telecom, like I said, and I was lucky enough to land that um, without a college education. I'm not a bazillionaire, but I don't struggle the way that I did when I was doing retail for so many years.
Yeah.
When I was younger and trying to start a family and all that other stuff. But yeah, I mean, I try not to take things for granted. I try to help out where I can.
Mm-hmm.
Financial stuff is always that's always a problem. I mean, I think if I had $200 million, I'd probably still be going, well, I gotta figure out, should I buy this cup of coffee or what or what? But Gina and I are the same way in that we'll help anybody that we can.
Yeah.
We both love working with the children in the theater, and actors who have never acted before and things like that. Gina's a wonderful
Nice.
director. She just directed something original that was written by a local writer, and it went to rave reviews. It was phenomenal.
Oh, congrats, man.
And
Hell yeah.
it's just one of those things where just give back,
Yeah.
and it's not that hard. And I always tell
It's
people
not.
it costs nothing to be human.
Right?
Nothing.
Exactly.
It costs nothing.
Exactly.
There's people that I highly dislike, um, that have done me wrong, done my family wrong, done
Mm-hmm.
my girlfriend
Yep.
wrong, whoever, and I just I you cut them out. They're excised. You don't have power over me. And
Exactly.
that's kind of what I see with you is that you're kind of saying, hey world, kiss my ass if you don't like me. This is who I am. This is the genuine article. It's me. And I think people see that too. And you
Thank
know
you.
everybody that we came in contact with at the convention, it was the same thing. Wow, she was so nice, or he was so nice, or I'm like, in my head, I'm like, did you expect them to be assholes? I mean,
Okay, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, what type of people are y'all running into?
right. I mean, I understand we're in my home state of Jersey, but and that can happen. I mean, that can really, really happen. So, but I mean, so many people get jaded because of everything that's been going on lately. And again, it's nice to be able to just put on Peacock now, or pop in a DVD if people still
Right?
have those, or whatever your streaming way is, and just close your eyes
Escape.
and just go back. Yeah, I mean, and I legitimately, because I listen to it when I sleep. I literally mean close your eyes and just be like, okay, Michael, Dwight, Toby, take me away. Just take me away. Take me
Hell
away.
yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
yeah, it I thank you so much for just even taking a moment to come
Oh man, shit. Thanks
and
for
say
offering
hello.
to interview me. Shit. I was blown away. I was like, what? Oh damn, he wanted to interview me. I I I I just feel, I guess, like I said, it was only to me. I was like, dang, I wasn't even the audit, the fans. You guys have made me feel like I was in the entire series. That's how I feel. That's how much love that I felt when I was on the plane flying back out here. I was messaging Arnold and just telling him thank you, and just tears just was dropping down from my eyes. I couldn't even control it. I it was just happy tears, happy, because I just felt like the shit that we just come through from 2020, 21, and to be able to go to this and not have any breakouts of anything, like no one got sick, no.
Yeah,
I just felt I felt accomplished. I felt all right, let's do some shit.
you have no idea. Well, I think you're getting an idea, but you have the amount of people that you affected in some way, whether it was just from your appearance on The Office twice, or if it was the DC, or
DC.
even next year, and we are getting ready to party hard in
Man, I
Chicago.
cannot wait. I'm
What are the
so
what do
excited.
the kids say today? It's gonna be lit.
I think on to something else because Link kind of old. Because I'm like, Link, that's what I be using sometimes. I guess they still be using it. I can't keep up with them no more.
No,
But I now understand how my relatives, my older relatives was when we was growing up.
Yep.
They, that now I'm like, damn, I'm sounding just like my mama towards these kids.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn. Damn kids and their whatevers. Their TikToks
Turn that
and their
racket
YouTube.
off. What the fuck you listening to?
I will never forget. And I was raised in a Methodist household, and my dad, who's still alive and kicking. We thought we were going to lose him, but he ended up in an assisted living facility.
Nice.
Thank God.
Nice.
After a long, arduous rehab. But I remember the first time he heard me play Body Count, and yeah, I mean, so it started in like '86 with me and Run DMC, and then the Jewish boys from Brooklyn, the Beastie Boys.
Yes.
And it just progressed. And the LA riots were really the first time in my life that I noticed something was wrong. And my watch keeps going off. But it was the first time in my life that I noticed something was different. See, I mean, where I grew up, we didn't have there wasn't a lot of cultural difference.
Okay.
New Jersey, where I live up in the woods. So we didn't have a lot of that going on. But I saw what was going on out there, and I was like, this is important. And, I saw the Rodney King thing, and the Reginald Denny beating, and all of this other stuff. And I was like, something's not right. The world's kind of on fire. And then all of a sudden, NWA with Straight Outta Compton, and, Body Count with Ice-T. Ice-T. And all of that stuff. And I remember I was playing something on the Body Count album, and my dad was livid. He didn't understand. He came to understand when he finally started, because he thought, I guess, Jesus saves, and well, sometimes Jesus saves, but you got to help yourself too. You got to be part of the solution. And it was tough. I had friends that were either going to law enforcement training or were in the end cops. And it's tough. I mean, it was really tough, but yeah, it's that jumped off tangent there too.
No, it's all good.
I'm good at that.
It's all good. Sure.
There's
a lot of different topics.
There is a song out there, and I don't know if you've heard about it. It's called Netflix Trip. It is by AJR, and it's on Apple Music. The Office ladies talked about it and played part of it on their episode, and it kind of goes back, and I think it'll make you even realize more what a show like The Office means to people. It talks about life and death, and wrapping his whole life and so many of his formative years around seasons of The Office. And it's just, if it doesn't give you the feels, I don't know. And there's parts of it that feel a little bit corny, but I'll tell you what, it's something. Yeah, I mean, it really is. It really is.
For sure. I'll take a listen.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you go. Get to work. Go to work.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate everything.
But Mila, thank you so much. I am giving you such a big virtual hug until April.
Hell yeah.
And in April, I'm gonna give you a big old hug, and I'm gonna give you a big old kiss.
That's right. I'll see you there. That's right.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Yeah. All right, hon. You take care of yourself. Thank you, and I am out. I will see you all soon. Be good.